Finally, let's talk about Duke Energy. Their symbol is DUK in the utilities regulated electric energy industry. Not much float on the short side, 1.3%, only 69% institutional owned, and that doesn't surprise me. I think a lot of individuals own a utility. PE ratio 19.4, about the same as the industry at 19. Price of sales 2.9 versus 2. Price to book value 1.8, the same as the industry. Price to cash flow 7.5 versus 7.2, and the PEG ratio 2.3 versus 66. So that is a positive. The earnings per share growth over last year up 7.8% versus 7.4. Sales are up 5% above the industry at 1.7, and a nice, decent 5-year earnings per share growth estimate from the analysts of 8.2% for Duke Energy, which is above the industry at 1.2. They also pay a decent dividend, 3.6%. They use 69% of the earnings to pay that out. They have grown that dividend for 10 years in a row now, actually more than 10 years. Look at the balance sheet. Current ratio, a little bit worrisome. It's 0.8 versus 1. I just would want to keep an eye on their short-term debt and short-term assets here. Debt to equity is a little bit high, 1.7, but the industry is high at 1.6. We do see a net profit margin for Duke Energy of 15.4% versus 11.5. And free cash flow, not good here. It's a negative 189, but the industry is a negative $278 million. What do you got going for it, Chase?
Yeah, I was kind of looking at this company. They were actually founded in 1904, it looks like, in Charlotte, North Carolina. So, I mean, they've been around for quite a while. They are electric utilities, and they also do offer gas utilities and infrastructure as well. But it appears that the electric is much larger as it generates, transmits, distributes, and sells electricity to approximately 8.6 million customers in the Southeast and Midwest regions. But the GUNI, which is essentially their gas utilities and infrastructure, only distributes natural gas to approximately 1.7 million customers. So a lot more on the electric side, which I'd say is kind of interesting. They do use coal, hydroelectric, natural gas, oil, renewables, and nuclear fuel as well to actually generate that electricity. So, one thing I kind of look at with these utility companies is, are they going to maybe benefit from AI? We're talking a lot about the data centers. That is one thing that I think people need to understand. If you're buying utility, I mean, are they in a region where they even be building data centers? And because that is one thing I don't think people realize is a lot of utilities are much more concentrated on certain regions. It's not like they're doing electricity all across the country.
Right.
But looking at the numbers here for Duke Energy, again, their ticker symbol is DUK. It's current price $116.92, 52-week range. The low here $99.21, and the high $125.27. Going forward for Duke Energy, though, disappointed by this. December 2026 estimated earnings per share $6.71 gives a target sell price of $111.39. So I'd really like to find a utility that's on sale. Unfortunately, Duke Energy is not that one.
I'm disappointed because I was hoping the same thing. We do have one utility on our watch list that we are waiting because we do believe, again, there should be a pullback. We do believe that energy going forward is going to be very important because of AI, because of electric vehicles, because of cryptocurrencies. Big demand on electricity going forward, and we want to be a part of that. But we just can't get something that's a reasonable price to buy yet. But we're patient. We'll see if we can't find one, but it's not going to be Duke Energy, is it?
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed because Goldman actually did upgrade them to a buy because they said the company's valuation looks attractive, and I'd have to disagree.
I disagree with that as well. All righty. Well, there's the closing bell. Thank you for listening to the Smart Investing Show. It is for informational purpose only and should not be used as investment advice. If you'd like to discuss in more detail your investment needs, have other investment questions, feel free to call myself, Brent Wilsey, or Chase Wilsey at 858-224-0004. Again, that's 858-224-0004. Or go to the website, smartinvesting2000.com. Again, smartinvesting2000.com, and sign up for the newsletter when you're there. A lot of great information. Thanks for listening. We'll be back next week right here on the Smart Investing Show with Brent and Chase Wilsey.